So you've lost your passion for making music. You're struggling to finish tracks, you're not inspired, and you keep staring at the blank screen of your door waiting for something to happen. Don't worry, I got you. Music is meant to be something that brings joy, it brings life, both to the listener and to the creator. But as music makers, whether you're a bedroom producer, you play in a band, or anything and everything in between, it's so easy to get burned out, unhappy, and demotivated. I'm going to break down why I think this is happening now more than ever before, and more importantly, what you can do right now, today, to fall back in love with making music again. So let's break it down. I think the huge levels of burnout that I've been seeing in myself and in my fellow producers recently is down to the way the music industry has gone in the last 2 decades. Right now, we live in a landscape where music just isn't valued anymore, but it doesn't have to be this way. I've recently been on my own journey where I rediscovered my passion for music and fell back in love with the joy of creation. I've been making music as a form of true self-expression and art after feeling burned out for way too long. I was able to make music freely again, and you're gonna feel that way too. Trust me. Remember when you first started making music, probably on some laptop or ancient guitar with not a care in the world? Remember that just wonder and joy you felt just from learning a production technique or learning a new scale? I remember getting so gassed just clicking in notes on the piano roll of FL Studio because I couldn't believe that I was making music myself. Like, Mum, I'm actually doing it. But then at some point, reality strikes. You start doubting your abilities. Am I good enough to make it? Will people like my music? Will they say it's cringeworthy? And then you have the endless crowd of people telling you need to hustle more, you need to make more beats, monetize, monetize, monetize. Suddenly music stops being fun anymore and starts becoming a source of anxiety. But why? I think there are 2 main reasons for this transition. I'm not going to try and get too technical here because I don't think it's the place for it, but the unstoppable rise of capitalism has led to the worth of virtually everything being assessed purely on its value in dollars. We have been taught since childhood not to value things unless they're making a profit. We can't have hobbies anymore. We have to have side hustles. You're a sneakerhead? Oh, sell sneakers. You like to paint? You should get an Etsy store, and so on and so on. This shows the decreasing importance that the media and culture more generally place on anything that is deemed to be unproductive, i.e. that doesn't make money. There's very little room in our modern world for people to make music just for the joy of creation, just for the purpose of making art and expressing themselves. And isn't that what we all got into this for in the first place? Or most of us anyway. And guess how the greatest albums of all time were made? That's right, they weren't made by people chasing the next paycheck. They were made with passion and love and devotion. Even as someone who does want to make my career in music, the constant drive to monetize is something that I felt has had a big negative impact on my own creative drive. I'm going to show you some great ways to avoid these problems in a minute. But first, I want to dive into the other main reason it's so easy to burn out these days. The commoditisation of music is a serious problem. Since the rise of streaming, music has been treated less and less like an art form and more like something you use in the background of a social media video. Major media companies don't even want to call songs anymore. They want to call them sounds. Like, what the f is that? Shout out to Vinny Guarino, by the way, who discussed this in a recent video of his that is definitely worth checking out. Think about the music and albums that resonate with you the most, that you love the most, by incredible artists like Prince, MJ, Elton John, Eminem, Kendrick, etc. And imagine their songs being referred to as sounds. Something used to elevate the feeling of another piece of content rather than being incredible pieces of art in their own right. It's so sad. I'm not saying everything is all doom and gloom and we should all go and live under a rock forever. I mean, there are tons of great acts making amazing music. I've been loving the Teskey Brothers recently, so check them out if you like soulful music and you haven't heard of them. But the commoditisation of music is a serious problem because it increases the focus on output and delivery of content at the cost of artistic vision and the pursuit of creative excellence. But you aren't just going to sit here and let yourself burn out, are you? No, of course you're not. You're watching this video right now to get your love for music making back again. So let's do it. The most important things for rediscovering your love of making music again are reducing your expectations and deliberately taking time just to create for the sake of creating and to learn to just play again. By reducing your expectations, I mean making a song and just letting it be. It's so easy to fall into the trap of making a song that you love and thinking, oh, I've got to make this into an EP, an album, I need to make a music video to go with this. I know I've fallen into that trap myself countless times. And then on the next song, you're just worrying about whether it fits enough with the first one and you end up just chasing your tail in an endless loop. That's a surefire way to end up with a ton of unfinished 8-bar loops clogging up your hard drive and a burning desire to throw your laptop out of the nearest window. So instead of doing this, just step back and make what you make. If you like it enough, finish it. If not, you can move on. But no matter what, make time to just make music with no strings attached. It is so liberating. Not working towards a big goal or project, just sitting in your room and expressing yourself creatively through music. I've done exactly this myself, and it's f***ing liberating, to be honest. It completely reopened my mind to the joy of creating music. And remember, comparison is the thief of joy. Some comparison can be great, and reference tracks are definitely helpful and can help you get where you need to go. But too much at the wrong time can really make you lose hope, especially if you're comparing yourself to a major artist who has a huge team of people helping them out with their stuff. If you're a one-person operation, it's just not realistic to match their output alone. So embrace the fact that you're not perfect. No one is. Just keep working, and I promise you'll be able to get to a place where you love what you create. It's all about how you approach music. Are you making art that expresses who you are at a specific moment in time? Your emotions, your feelings, your moods, your influences and tastes? Or are you just churning out another beat that's going to get swallowed up by the machine? You'll find that if you make art for the purpose of creating self-expression, it won't matter how many streams it gets or how many plays. You'll be proud of it and understand that it's something that reflects a specific moment of your life. And that's awesome. It's all too easy to get caught up in the ultra-competitive race to the bottom. A world of music with absolutely no value because it's not making a profit. But it's so much more rewarding to reframe and get back to a place where music is giving you joy instead of taking it away. To help you fully lock in with everything I've shared today, I've created a free guide on how to fall back in love with music again today. So you can download a copy of that for free at the link in my bio. And I'm fascinated to know what you guys think about these issues, so let's get into it down in the comments. What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this because it's such an interesting issue. If you enjoyed watching me lose my mind / find it in a piece, please drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.